What's going on, guys? My name is Ryan, aka Hero, and we're back with another video. We're doing another character and overview video, and that's because, this week on JP, we essentially got 4 new characters. Kimimaru came a little bit earlier than the other 3, but, we decided to, let's just have 2 this week, because I know a lot of you guys like to watch these overview videos. I keep trying to say analysis, but it's overview pretty much. So yeah, before we actually start this one, I want to say shout outs to everybody who's been liking these videos, like all of my videos, I mean. And yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a shout out because I feel like I don't thank you guys enough for all of the kind things that you guys do for me. But anyways, I'm gonna do a cheap plug and say, guys, check out the last character overview. That one was with Tsunade, the new bundle character, and the new Kimimaru raid. Definitely check those 2 out. I mean, Tsunade is very good. I think a lot of you guys might want to check that one out because it's a different kind of character. Her movesets and abilities and everything makes her very unique in that sense. But yeah, let's get straight into this video. Alright, so looking at Hinata, elegant attire, that's what she's called, I guess. She is a 50 cost banner card, so you have to pull on her banner to, try to get her. So looking at her stats, she is a long range, and her health is 1506. That's mediocre, nothing too bad there. And then her attack is 986. So, that is extremely low. But looking at her other things, maybe there'll be like an explanation, really. Alright, so looking at her field skill, she boosts attack by 80 to 160. Nothing too fancy there. And her buddy skill restores 150 HP. Now, this makes her a stallable unit, but in a way, also not. Because of that cost, you can bring a Phantom Castle Sakura and still completely replace her and do better than that. But moving on. So her first jutsu is a 4 chakra jutsu. It is 3 times attack and wisdom damage to all enemies in range. By the way, she's obviously wisdom. But yeah, and I mean 3 times attack, that's pretty high, but I mean looking at her stats, it kind of negates it and makes her kind of trash. So going on to her second jutsu, it is an 8 chakra cost, and it is 11 times attack and wisdom damage to 1 enemy, and 30% chance to seal jutsus for 5 turns. So looking at the 2 chakras, or the 2 jutsus, they're nothing special at all. That 30% chance to seal jutsu is so low that it's kind of irrelevant. Because more times than not, you're not going to be sealing anybody. And it's 8 chakra, so I mean, other characters can be used in her position for like 5 chakra or 3 chakra. And still immobilize or seal jutsu. But yeah, let's go on to Sakura now. Alright, so looking at Sakura, we got Sakura, beautiful attire just like Hinata. So she is a bravery card, and that makes her a little bit unique in a sense, because we all know she's a healer, and I think she's the only healer bravery type. But yeah, so she is a 50 cost unit just like Hinata, and her max HP is 1846, and her max attack is 1426 for a short range. Now, that attack is very below average, but I mean, looking at what she has going for her, it makes her very unique in that sense. Her HP isn't too bad either. I mean, 1846, that's not bad at all. But let's move to field skill and buddy skill. So her field skill restores 150 to 200 HP, so like 150 to 200 depending on how close you are to her, and that makes her a very useful field, it's a useful field skill, but that makes her a very good character for stalling. Before we had Phantom Castle Sakura for that, for bravery onlys, but looking at her and what she has going for her, I think she's a very good unit. But moving on to buddy skill, reduces damage from wisdom enemies by 30%, so that makes her a very useful character to have when you're going up against a wisdom raid and you need to do the whole bravery only objective. So I think she's a very, very good character. But let's move on to her jutsu. So, for 3 chakra, and only 3 chakra, she restores 2,125 HP to one ally. That's insane for 3 chakra, guys. Like, I don't think you understand how cray that is, okay? Like, ooh, 3 chakra. But moving on to her ultimate jutsu, it is a 6 chakra cost for 6 times attack and bravery damage to all enemies in range. So it's an AoE. To be honest, I don't think people are gonna be using her second jutsu too much, but I mean, in a way, I could see it being useful because, you know, it's only 6 chakra. So that's just, I just can't get over how pretty OP this character really is. But yeah, let's actually go on to what I rate and what my opinions are for these 2 characters. Alright, so my ratings. Before I give my ratings, obviously I want to give you guys a little heads up. So by the time this video comes out, that is how relevant my ratings are. I want to keep saying this for every single time I make these videos, just because, you know, people will get confused and they'll comment and all of that. So I'll give you guys a little heads up. Alright, so when I post these videos, these ratings are relevant, you know? But moving on, let's say 3 weeks down the line, a new character comes out which completely negates the character that I'm rating, and it makes her a little bit worse or a little bit better, or a new limit break comes out. It buffers, you know? Like, I don't think buffers is the right word for that, but whatever. So I think you guys understand that as the time of this video, these ratings will make sense in a way, and later on they'll obviously become irrelevant in some way, yeah. So let's start off with Hinata. I'll just give out her rating. I'm gonna make her a 5 out of 10, and that is because, honestly, the only thing that's saving her is the decently high multiplier for the first jutsu, and her buddy skill, which is healing 150. So yeah, I mean, 986 attack, that is extremely low. I'm pretty sure like Bravery Gara was like that, and you know, honestly, I'm gonna say it right now, Hinata is probably one of the worst 6 stars that you can pull. Yeah, it's probably one of the worst, not gonna lie. She is long range, so I guess that helps a teeny bit. That restoring 150 HP for buddy skill though can come in handy sometimes if, you know, you're out of options for wisdom characters. You can use that. Yeah, and her 3 times attack and wisdom damage is also pretty decent. But yeah, so moving on to Sakura. Sakura is probably a 9 out of 10, to be honest. Like, she's almost one of the best healers in the game, just because she has both field healing and the 3 chakra jutsu healing. Like, I know I keep repeating, oh my god, it's 3 chakra, but that's just because that's just that important, you know? Like, if you have her out, you are restoring 150 HP to 200 HP if you're close to a friend, while you're also having a 3 chakra jutsu that heals 2,125. So you're constantly healing, and it's gonna be very hard for you to lose with this Sakura on your bravery team, or any team really. But yeah, her buddy skill also reduces, you know, damage taken from wisdom characters, so that's also a very big plus. Yeah, so looking back at these 2 characters, you know, I want to place a little bit of an opinion on both of them. So yeah, my opinions on the Hinata are, you know, pulling for her. If you get her, it's like oh yeah, I got Hinata, woo. But if I would ever use her on my team, let's say, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I will ever. I mean, if you pull her and your wisdom team is complete trash, even then I would still be contemplating, because that 50 cost for such a low tier character, for a 6-star low tier character, it kind of does her bad. But yeah, so my opinions is I wouldn't use her even if even if I had crappy wisdom team. But going on to Sakura, I think if I end up pulling her, I'm gonna be using her on my skill team or on my bravery team for a very, very long time. That healing is just insane to me. But yeah, if you guys agree with my opinions, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a comment, and I would love to have a discussion with you. It helps me out to understand the game more, and I feel like it helps everybody out, to see both sides of the picture, I guess. So yeah, leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day.